We're continuing our series of small town summer celebrations today. We're headed to Henderson, Minnesota, home of Sauerkraut Days. Let's go. Before we get started today, we decided to stop into the Coffee Hag in Mankato for a little pick-me-up.
If you enjoy exploring with us, do us a favor right now. Like and subscribe. It helps us keep exploring. From the city of Mankato to the countryside, and just about 30 minutes down the road, Henderson rolls out the welcome mat for Sauerkraut Days. Henderson has a rich history with old advertising murals, brick storefronts, and even a tribute to their founder, Joseph Brown. I want to thank Pastor Shelby for opening up St. Paul's United Church of Christ for me to take photos and video. It's a landmark of nearly 150 years of stories and generations of confirmation photos all the way back to the founding of the town. It's amazing. Right across the street, an old church found a second life as Henderson's public library. History and learning under the same roof.
I'm Dee Grover Thomas, and the name of the business is Henderson Classical Glass. I opened this place in 2004, knowing that I was going to retire from education, and I'm so ADD I needed something to do. And I try not to be full-time because I have 6 grandchildren, and I truly want to be with the grandchildren as much as I can. The largest project I did was actually in Winnebago, and we did the Multi-Church Center in Mankato, and the windows were 8 feet wide by 24 feet tall. You know, and I'd love to have someone come in and I'd love to, teach them this particular art in hopes that somebody would like to take the shop over. I own part of the Band-Aid Corporation because I use them all the time on my fingers. Days when I have more than 4 Band-Aids on, it's time for me to go home because it's not going to be a good day.
I may have got you in that.
This is called Travel Love.
Sauerkraut Days had a lot going on. There's the kiddie parade, Little League Baseball, bingo, and the biggest stack of sauerkraut cans you'll ever see.
B5.
There was so much going on at Sauerkraut Days that we almost missed the tractor parade. 45 tractors rolled through town in the parade, including a couple Minneapolis Moline tractors that my grandfather or great-grandfather may have had a hand in building. And of course, no Sauerkraut Days is complete without a cabbage toss competition.
We're on about maybe 25 years of the rebirth of Sauerkraut Days in our community. My name's Troy. I've been in town for 25 or so years. I live here with my wife and family. From what I understand, Sauerkraut Days dates back decades, probably into the 1950s. And it's a chance for our community to get together, humble themselves or lose their pride to do goofy stuff. We've got some local bands playing this afternoon, including our band, 3:30 to 5:30, and then some other local musicians, a lot of original music. And then this evening, they do a thing.
What's your band? What's your band?
I'm sorry?
What's your band?
Our band is Dirt Roads. So we're going to be on stage 3:30 to 5:30. We have coasters for everybody for your drink. You can set it on a table. The big event of the day is the Owl Parade, which back in the 70s when things were really crazy and it was a much different era, and about midnight some guy would come into town with a tractor with an owl on the front of it, and the headlight of the tractor would come to the owl's head. So then everyone would march down the street and do goofy skits and stuff like that. And it still exists today. That'll be this evening, the Owl Parade. Some people choreograph stuff and they get their little skits. Others, like myself and some group of people, we might wait until 20 minutes before and then throw something goofy on. And tomorrow we have the Grand Parade. And then after the Grand Parade, we come down and right under this shelter here, we crown the sauerkraut eating champion of the world. We have 12 contestants, and they all get in front of them a 2-pound plate of steaming sauerkraut. We have a little prayer, and may the Lord line these people's stomachs with iron so that tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, they are able to function. And then we blow a whistle, and they eat 2 pounds of sauerkraut. And the winner gets a big trophy, and they are named the sauerkraut eating champion of the whole wide entire world. We'll go through a whole bunch of kraut. I myself am not on the committee, so I can't tell you how much kraut they'll go through, but I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of pounds of sauerkraut. I'm exaggerating a little. Just a little. But not by much. In Henderson, we don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good story. So that's a little bit about the history of Sauerkraut Days.
From stained glass to flying cabbages, Henderson really knows how to celebrate community. Thanks for coming, and enjoy the polka moment.